Hello, this is a PowerPoint covering Genesis 4. Genesis 4 starts out, Now Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bore Cain, saying, I have gotten a man with the help of the Lord. And again she bore his brother Abel. Now Abel was a keeper of sheep, and Cain a worker of the ground. Eve, saying that she had the help of the Lord, displays a sense of optimism that the serpent may be defeated by her offspring. In the course of time, Cain brought to the Lord an offering of the fruit of the ground, and Abel also brought of the firstborn of his flock and of their fat portions. And the Lord had regard for Abel and his offering, but for Cain and his offering he had no regard. So Cain was very angry, and his face fell. This should not be read as elevating herdsmen over farmers or animal offerings over plant offerings. God looks to the heart. Psalm 51:17 says, The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart, O God, you will not despise. The Lord said to Cain, Why are you angry, and why has your face fallen? If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, sin is crouching at the door. Its desire is contrary to you, but you must rule over it. Cain has a choice. He can rule over sin by turning his heart toward God or continue on his current path and be ruled by sin. Cain spoke to Abel his brother, and when they were in the field, Cain rose up against his brother Abel and killed him. Cain remains prideful, jealous, and angry, and is mastered by sin. Then the Lord said to Cain, Where is your brother? He said, I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper? When God asked Cain where his brother Abel is, we must remember God is all-knowing and already knows what happened to Abel. God has given Cain a chance to submit, repent, and ask for forgiveness. Cain chooses to rely on his own strength and lies to God. And the Lord said, What have you done? The voice of your brother's blood is crying to me from the ground. And now you are cursed from the ground, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you work the ground, it shall no longer yield to you its strength. You shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth. Cain's sin causes additional separation between man and the earth. We can look back to Genesis 3:17 and 18 for Adam's sin and the consequences of that. Cain said to the Lord, My punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, you have driven me today away from the ground, and from your face I shall be hidden. I shall be a fugitive and a wanderer on the earth, and whoever finds me will kill me. Then the Lord said to him, Not so. If anyone kills Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord put a mark on Cain, lest anyone who finds him should attack him. Then Cain went away from the presence of the Lord and settled in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Cain knows immediately the severity of his punishment and that he must wander the earth. The mark the Lord put on Cain is not known, and the location of Nod is not known. However, in Hebrew, Nod means wandering. Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bore Enoch. When he built a city, he called the name of the city after the name of his son, Enoch. To Enoch was born Irad, and Irad fathered Mehujael, and Mehujael fathered Methuselah. Methuselah fathered Lamech, and Lamech took two wives. The name of one was Adah, and the other Zillah. Adah bore Jabal. He was the father of those who dwell in tents and have livestock. His brother's name was Jubal. He was the father of all those who play the lyre and the pipe. Zillah also bore Tubal-Cain. He was the forger of all instruments of bronze and iron. The sister of Tubal-Cain was Naamah. Sorry about the pronunciation of those words. No information is given about Cain's wife, who she is, or where she came from. It could be that she is his sister. The laws forbidding this would not be applicable yet. There are 5 generations from Cain to Lamech. Lamech said to his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice. You wives of Lamech, listen to what I say. I have killed a man for wounding me, a young man for striking me. If Cain's revenge is sevenfold, then Lamech's is 77. This passage shows the depravity of Lamech with polygamy and murder revealed. Cain's descendants seem bent on following their own desires. Switches back to Adam and Eve here. It says, Adam knew his wife again. She bore a son and called his name Seth, for she said, God has appointed for me another offspring instead of Abel, for Cain killed him. To Seth also a son was born. She called his name Enosh. At that time, people began to call upon the name of the Lord. Seth is Adam and Eve's third son. The last sentence could imply that calling upon the name of the Lord in public started within Adam's own family circle. God desires to be in a relationship with us. We should also desire to be in a relationship with him.